Ladies and gentlemen, what is up, YouTube? M40 here. We're going to be covering, well, some interesting stuff that I've had on the back burner from the last week or so. So, first deck we're going to be covering is Roger Richnett's Traptrix deck. And this is the second Traptrix deck I have on file at this very moment in time that has been seeing success. This one coming out of New Zealand, actually, for your guys' record. So, why do we look at Traptrix, and why does Robbie like talking about these? Well, they're adorable, first up. I mean, these are one of the coolest archetypes made, but I love my stun-based decks. And when I get to see stun decks do what stun decks do, I'm a happy little camper. So I just wanted to say that. So basically what this deck aims to do is slow down the game at a pace that you can basically play the game with your opponent. And by doing so, you're able to kind of stun them in a way, and you do so through your trap resources. So let's kind of dig on into this, see what's really going on with this deck. So we play triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, and triple copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. We wouldn't be a stun deck unless we actually played, stun cards that we need. So yeah, packing in maximum numbers of hand traps. We have triple copies of Traptrix Diana. This is our standard revival from the graveyard, and I mean, it does other things, but she's our Traptrix extender for the most part. We have triple copies of Mantis. On normal summon, you get to add one Traptrix monster from your deck to your hand, unaffected by the effects of whole normal trap cards. And once per turn quick effect, you target one set spell trap card you control, return the target to your hand, and then you can set a new one. But this is our Stratos of the deck, granting us searchability for the archetype. And then we have the triple copies of Myramelio. You get to add a normal hole on normal summon. And then on special, we get to pop a spell trap card our opponent controls. So we get that. And then we have the one copy of Neptus. If you activate a whole normal trap card, you get to add to your hand or special summon one Traptrix monster in your deck. So it's another searcher, essentially. It's not the best thing in the deck, but you do want to play the one copy of it for the additional name. We have the one copy of Double or Nothing, triple copies of Pot of Desires, one Bottomless Trapple, two copies of Compulsory Evacuation Device, the one Floodgate Trapple, the one Impure Order, triple copies of Solemn Judgment, triple copies of Solemn Strike, triple copies of the Phantom Knights of Shade Brigadane, one copy of Time and Space Trapple, triple copies of Torrential Tribute, one Traptrix Trapple Nightmare, and the one copy of Treacherous Trapple. Life be dangerous out here for these players. Now, we have triple copies of Traptrix Sarah, one Phoenix, one Serbi, one copy of Boral Sword Dragon Coon, one Rafflesia, one Redoer, one Utopia the Lightning, one Utopia Prime, one Utopia Double, and the one copy of Utopia. Man, that's a whole Utopia package. One Abyss Dweller, one Starving Venom, and the one copy of Dragostopolia. Side deck here with triple Lancia, two copies of Pancratops, triple copies of Super Poly, triple Evenly Matched, one copy of the Get Out, and then we have the triple copies of Heavy Storm Duster, wrapping up this list. Nice, slow control variants, ladies and gentlemen. These are the decks that really grind out the metagame. A lot more than I think players really like to admit. And it's nice to see that decks like Traptrix are able to be successful in the metagame, especially on like a regional level and things like that. I will say, if you won an invite, you should be able to top 48 pretty easily, depending on the size of your regional or something like that, with something like this. If the next two decks have the chance to do relatively well at an event, I see no reason why you can't see success with Traptrix. Just saying. Now, the next list we're going to be doing is Dark Magician. And this is really cool. So this actually ended up getting 23rd place at the St. Louis Yeti Regional. His first two rounds were against Pendulum Magician. He lost. He beat Time Lords, beat Altergeist, and then played two Rogue, and then 7 and 8 were Sky Strikers. And finished 6 and 2. Might not be an easy feat for people, but I mean, this man got his invite, and that's all that really matters. Like, he said he lost all but one dice roll, and the only one that he won was round 7, which was against Sky Striker. Man, imagine being a Dark Magician player and just stomping on a Sky Striker player, and the Sky Striker player just looks at you in utter disgust. Like, what even is going on here? So one interesting addition to this is, yeah, we're packing in the Fist of the 10 Yi here. So when a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated while you control a face-up non-effect monster, negate that activation. If a set card on the field is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one non-effect monster from your extra deck. Interesting to see that we're playing Monk of the Tenyi instead of the big Link 3. I think that could have been better used there, honestly. But that's neither here nor there. So, we have triple copies of Apprentice Illusion Magician Girl. Of course, our special summon extender gets to add Mr. Dark Magician from our deck to our hand. One Magician of Dark Illusion. One Magician's Rod, and the one copy of Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. Then we have the triple copies of the Ultimate Wizard in terms of defense and attack. Too bad Magician of Black Chaos has better stats than him. We have one Allure Darkness, one Dark Magic Attack, triple copies of Dark Magical Circle, one Illusion Magic, one Desires, one Duality, one Spellbook of Knowledge, and the one copy of Spellbook of Secrets. This is really techy. Then we play 2 copies of Dark Sacrifice. So when your opponent activates a card or effect that would destroy a card or cards on the field, negate that effect, and then send one level 3 or lower dark monster from your deck to the graveyard. Hey, we actually have something we could mill, if we actually want to. We have the triple copies of Mr. Eternal Soul for revivability, 2 copies of the Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi, triple copies of Infinite Imperm, triple copies of Magician's Navigation, 2 Solemn Judgment, 2 Steed Reich, 1 Warning, 2 Storming Mirror Force, 2 copies of Sum Limit, and 2 copies of Traptrix. Here in the extra we have 1 Witch's Apprentice, 1 Monk of the Tenyi, 1 Link Spider, 1 Phoenix, and 1 Cerberus, and the 1 copy of the Crowley. We have 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, 1 Big Eye, 1 Naruto, 1 Draco Sack, 1 Ebon Illusion, 1 Ebon High, 1 Starving Venom, 1 Dragostapolia, and the 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And then we have 2 copies of Lancia, 2 copies of Pancratops, 2 copies of Ghost Ogre, 1 Kaiku, 2 copies of Secret Village, 2 Super Poly, 2 Different Dimension Ground, and 2 copies of Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Wrapping up this list. I don't know what to say about this. Dark Magician, doing well in the year 2019. I'll be damned. Like, this is really nice. This Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi was one of the best cards that we could have given to Rogue in the current metagame for these decks to be successful. And it's working. Like, I love it. Like, it's crazy. And the last list we have is the 31st list coming off of Yeti. He lost round 1 to Traptrix. That's embarrassing. Round 2 we beat Blackwing. Round 3 we lost to Invoke Mekk-Knight. And then we beat out Triddle Dino, Dragon Link, Salamangreat, Herald, and Dragon Link. Why is there always that one Herald player there that always looks to ruin people's days? I don't know, it's kind of funny. So, we have 1 copy of Dynamite! Ha! And then we have triple copies of Now Affordable, Ignis Heat, 2 copies of Majesty Maiden, 1 copy of the Metaltron, the True Draco Combatant. Then we have triple copies of Card Demise, triple copies of Disciples, triple copies of Dragonic Diagram, 2 Duality, of course. Since we're extra deck True Draco, we just gotta put in the 3 best cards we have. Cheers, everybody, to Super Polymerization. I love it. Who wants to play Monarchs Erupt in this game? We have 1 Terraforming, triple copies of True Draco Heritage, triple copies of Crackdown, triple copies of Infinite Impermanence, triple copies of Solemn Judgment, triple copies of There Can Only Be One, and triple copies of True Draco Apocalypse, along with 1 copy of True King's Return. Man, I almost think the extra deck version might be better than extra deckless. I don't know, there's just kind of something about the way that the format is going right now that, I don't know, maybe Super Poly is just, untargetable, chainable. It's pretty good. Then we have the 1 copy of Mekk-Knight Crusadia Abramax, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Boral Sword Dragon Coon for those OTKs, 1 Borreload. Oh yeah, by the way, we get to have access to cheeky things like Volcasaurus, Frozen Lady Justice, Freezedon, Dingrisu. Where's our overlay for this? Hello? We have the 2 copies of Starving Venom, 1 copy of the Violet Chimera, 1 Dragostapolia, 1 Mudragon, and then 1 Dragon Necrosoul. We have triple Lancia, triple Pancratops, triple copies of Seer triple copies of Heavy Storm Duster, and triple copies of Anti-Ultrageist. Wrapping up this edition of this week's decks. I have many, many more decks in my inbox. Trust me, I will cover them as this week goes on. But what do you guys think about these decks? To everybody that did well this week, Dark Magician, you know, Traptrix. I'm impressed. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about these lists. And we'll go catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.